What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Audi channel and welcome back to another video. For me, this is about 30 seconds from finishing the SA update video, and now it's time to give you guys an update video on the A4. So starting off, hopefully you guys can, you probably can't notice one thing that I have been doing. Look at that front window right there. There's some good nice dark tint on there, but the back window back here does not have tint on it. This whole side does have tint on it, as you can hopefully see from those windows. So that is a video coming very soon. I am just waiting on some more tint, but what I've been doing is tinting the A4, and I did it myself this time instead of paying to get it done like I did on the S8. We have 5% all the way around. I did complete this side, these two windows, and that little quarter window back there. Those came out phenomenal. I will show you on the outside. There's practically no bubbles. I think it's still kind of setting in place, but it really did come out amazing. I am very surprised by that. So I will show you guys that. But I did run out of tint. So it is 3M window tint, 5% like I said. But I didn't realize that there was a very small amount in the roll that I did order. So I ran out and I was not able to do the very back window back there, as well as this side window for the back on the passenger side over there. Now, I didn't record me doing all of these windows yet. I'm gonna record the back window back there as well as this window over here. The back window still has the original tint on it, the really bubbly pieces of crap tint that's on there. So I will show you guys how to remove that. The back window will be the hardest window to remove versus the side windows, as it does have those lines for the heating back there. So that will be something that will be coming. I'm still waiting on the tint. I did order it, but yeah, it says I think February 23rd is when it's supposed to come. So it will be coming soon. Hopefully I can get that finished up, because it is a little bit awkward driving around with 3 windows tinted practically, but the tint is very dark. The inside, it still looks great in here. I can still see at night. Pardon me. At night, it is kind of a pain to look out because it is kind of hard to see other cars, but it's not that bad. I mean, I really only see it when you're not around, you know, light poles and other cars and stuff being an issue, which I'm not. I'm really always in the city, so I can always pretty much see. But at least during the day, it kind of keeps some of the heat out, kind of keeps some of people's eyes out, really. So yeah, it's just been kind of a fun experience. And the tint that was on the windows was just in really bad shape. I think it has been on there for years. It wasn't bubbling on any of the windows except for that one, but it had chips and scrapes and scratches on it. So I just kind of wanted to change that up and get some good tint on there. Now, before I take you guys outside and go ahead and take a look at it, I did also get these two things. So as you guys can see, I got this shift knob from Euro Impulse online. It was like 60 or 70 bucks, but it's really cool. A major upgrade from the other one that was in there. It's kind of a billet metal. I got it in black. And get it in black or silver, but it's been great. I absolutely love it. With the cold weather, it kind of sucks it being really cold, but it does really work great, especially with the short shifter. And then the shift boot down here. So if you guys remember this bad boy, which was all beaten up and crusty, I found a website called Redline Goods. You guys should definitely go check them out. I do think that they do this for a ton of cars. I mean, literally everything. The shift boot here was like 60 bucks maybe, and I got it in the black leather. They have a ton of different options. You can get different stitching, different colored stitching. You can get lines, you know, like racing lines in the fabric if you want it. You can get Alcantara. I don't even remember what else. There's a ton of stuff that you can get and option it with, tons of colors, but I just got mine in basic black. But as you guys can see, I got it fitted in there quite nicely. I got to work the other day at like 6 in the morning, and I just went ahead and took this apart and popped that in there. It's super simple. If you guys do want me to show you how I did it, I can make a video on that. Just let me know, but I just figured I'd go ahead and install it. It looks amazing, and just it feels great now with the short shifter and the shift knob and everything like that. It feels great. It took me a while to get this screwed into a decent place where I could see it upright. The short shifter kit did not allow even the stock one, as you guys remember, is facing that way. So it took me forever to get it to face this way, but came out really good. I think one thing I'm going to do to go ahead and match is I'm going to get this piece in black. I was looking for the longest time for the gray one from somebody using this as I guess an ashtray. I don't know, it doesn't even smell like smoke in here, but I'm gonna try to get this in black. And then I also, Redline Goods also makes this, and I really need the center console piece, and the one that they make is super thick. It's a nice upgrade, and it'll match this as well, but the only thing I have to do is get a new lid, because as you guys can see, yeah, so there's that. But I will be getting that soon. I'll just go to the junkyard and get one of these that's got good tabs on it. At least the fabric does not have to be good, because I will be changing that out, and you do change it with this original piece. So I will probably make a video on that if I do get that. This they also make, and this is not too beat up, but as you guys can see, it's missing a little chunk of leather there, and I'll just probably want it to match, so I'll probably get that in the same material. So that is really cool. I finally got that kind of figured out and upgraded. Another thing that I will probably end up doing just to kind of make it even better is getting a black steering wheel with the black airbag. This steering wheel is just really beat from 190,000 miles worth of driving, and that'll just kind of help it make sure that the two-tone in here kind of looks all right, the black, the gray, and everything like that. Headliner I'm going to be changing out hopefully really soon. I'll just get some probably gray suede or something like that to go ahead and put up there, just kind of upgrade that, because it's just really dirty all the way around. It's been used and abused over the years, and it's starting to kind of collapse under the sun visors here, so I'll probably just end up changing that out. But as you guys can see, boost gauge is still working great. Everything is in tip-top shape. And I also went ahead and built a boost pressure tester. So I went ahead and went to Home Depot. I got a 90-degree elbow in 2-inch pipe, and then I got a 2-inch pipe cap, and I also got a 1/4-inch male air compressor fitting. So what I did, I don't have it with me right now, it's inside, but I took the 90-degree, I put the cap on one side, drilled a hole in the top of the cap, and then installed the 1/4-inch fitting for the air compressor. Now what I'm gonna do, I cemented all that together so it actually seals very well. So what I'm gonna do is take off the tip, which is the turbo inlet pipe, and install that 90-degree elbow in there, and then clamp it down really well. I'll put my compressor around 10 to 12 psi and then let it go into the system, and that should help us find out where the leak is, if there is a leak, or if we have further issues. But I will be doing that soon. It's just been very cold, as I told you guys in the S8 video. It has been like -4 during the day and like -8 at night, so it's been freezing around here. So I haven't had a chance to really do that. This has been my 5-day, and I have yet to really be outside, just because it's been so cold and there's not really anything I can do in the cold. The garage is not heated, so I've been looking at a way to try to heat the garage, maybe get a kerosene heater or something like that, but I haven't been able to find one yet. So no videos really this 5-day other than these update videos, but I did just kind of want to let you guys know I've been doing a ton of tiny little things, just things I can't really make a full video on, but things I can show you in an update video. So it's been fun. I don't think there's really any other. Oh yes, I also, if I didn't say in another video, I did go ahead and do the work on the rear suspension. I went ahead and got the new wheel bearings installed, and I also went ahead and put in new axle seals on the rear diff back there, and then I did a rear diff flush. That was really about a whole day. I went out, jacked the car up, took off the knuckles. I went over to my work and got somebody to help me press out the old wheel bearings, press in the new ones, and then I came back here and just kind of went to town making sure that I could get those axle seals replaced, flushed it out, and put everything back together. I'm still in desperate need of an alignment. Now it is very out of line. I have been messing with all of the suspension on this, so it really needs an alignment. But I have one tie rod. That is all that I have left in this whole suspension, other than pardon me, other than coilovers when we do them. One tie rod end. It's that one up there in the driver's side well. And the reason is that it was very seized, so I did go ahead and get a yellow torch. Hopefully that will let us warm it up enough. I do apologize about everything that is going on. So yes, I did get a yellow torch, so hopefully that way we can get that unstuck, get that out of there, and replace it, and then do our alignment, and this thing will ride great. It sounds great. It's dead silent in the car now, no more wheel bearing noise. We had very slight one. They were definitely going bad, so went ahead and got those put on. and everything is good to go there. I also had a C slide pin on one of my brake calipers in the rear when I was doing it back there, so I did go ahead and free that up, heated up the caliper, removed the slide pin, added tons and tons and tons of grease in there, and I also went ahead and kind of sanded the slide pin down so that way it fit a little bit better in there. Now, the only other thing that I did was, what did I do? I also installed a new seal on the shift rod linkage on the A4. I did that the other night. Where it comes out, where the shift rod comes out of the trans, I guess that can leak transmission fluid. I did not know that, but that was where a leak was coming from. So I put a new seal in there, and then over the past week and a half, every day after work, I would take the car through a car wash. Every morning when I got to work, I would take the car through the car wash and try to get the underneath a little bit cleaner. It was covered, I mean covered in layers of dirt and years of leaking out of the A4. Just serious neglect that people have done over the years. So I've been taking it through there. I'd put it up on the lift, degrease it, spray it off. I've been spraying it with brake cleaner and stuff like that. So everything is getting a little bit better, at least in terms of underneath the A4. There is still a small leak, and I still think that it's a power steering leak. I did install that new hose like I told you guys in a recent video, but there is another power steering hose that has screwed itself up basically, so I will have to go ahead and get a new hose for that and replace that. And then once I find that boost leak, hopefully fix that. And then the A4 is pretty much in great shape. I mean, mechanically, it should be pretty much sound. I'm gonna do a trans flush on it, because Lord knows if that's ever been done. Get that old transmission fluid out there, put some new in, especially with how much it was leaking out of that shift rod seal. I can't imagine that it's doing great on transmission fluid, so I'm gonna have to do that as well. Other than that though, I think after that is done, I can go ahead and get some of those parts to go ahead and get the boosting fun pieces of the A4 going. I am in the market for the turbo. I do have the manifold already, so we're all good to go there. And then I still have to get the front mount intercooler. Once I kind of get those small pieces, I can go ahead and bolt those up, and then we can kind of run with it from there. I've been doing some heavy research in the forums. So the people that I'm going to be using for the turbo and probably the front mount intercooler is going to be XS Turbo, or XS Power, pardon me. Their stuff seems to be really good, and there's a guy in the forums that fully built his A4 on that, and he did it with no tune as well. Now I am going to be getting a tune, but what that does tell me is that I wouldn't have to get a tune right away. Now I may have to be a little bit easier on the car and not be so heavy with it, you know, and stuff like that. Just kind of have to be gentle with it, but that does tell me that I can get some of that stuff installed, and you know, run the vehicle at least without a tune and make sure that everything runs good, make sure the turbo works well, and just kind of, you know, we'll kind of work with it as that time comes. Now, it will be a long time, not a long time, but it will be a slow process because each paycheck is very limited quantity, unfortunately. So I will get, you know, like the turbo one paycheck, front mount another paycheck, and all this will just kind of piece together. We'll just have to kind of collect parts and then do a video installing it all. So it'll all be coming, but I have been doing a lot to the A4. I've been doing a lot in general between work and stuff like that, so I really haven't had a ton of time. And the winter months being here, there's no time when I'm off to be out in the cold unless it's not too bad. So I do apologize for the lack of videos, but there is still a lot more to come. We're going to be pulling the engine on the A6 hopefully soon. I got to find somebody or either buy a engine stand or engine mount or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to get yet, but it should be a really straightforward process since the whole front of the A6 is off, fenders are off, so it should be relatively easy. So we'll be pulling that. And then the E46, Riley's car, there is suspected water damage from the sunroof leaking down through the dash and destroying something behind the dash or messing something up or corrosion or something. I still need to get back there and find out. But she has had a ton of electrical issues. The radio's not been working. She's got ABS, what else? Traction control, cruise control lights on. The brake lights constantly stay on. And all this happened at one time. I thought it was the battery when I replaced it, but it definitely has not been. We've done tons of troubleshooting. So Now it's just time for me to get behind the dash and see what is messed up back there, see if I can spot anything. So there will be videos on that too. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys think of the channel. Let me know what you guys think about content. As we will still have some more stuff coming in the near future. Both my mom and sister should be getting new cars relatively soon, so maybe we'll have some more content we can show you guys on that. Just let me know what you guys want to see. I've just been building these things really slowly, just putting pieces and parts back together. They are 20 years old, so they have needed a lot of work. But yeah, just stick with me through it, and we should have some fun outcomes with both of these cars. So anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. Again, I will show you guys that outside tint here in just a second, but I am going to go ahead and end the video right here. So if you did enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. Dislike the video if you did not. Comment down below exactly what you would like to see, and we can hopefully make it happen. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. All right, so hopefully you guys can kind of see the tint right here. It did come out really good. It's nice and dark. There's only a few small bubbles, and I do think that those are just water bubbles that still have to come out, but hopefully you guys can kind of see. You can only see that back window back there. If I take a step back, it's pretty hard to see through, and there's a ton of sun shining in the vehicle right now. But as you guys can see, back window looks good, even this quarter window. And then coming around to this side, this quarter window got done, but I do think it needs redone. It was kind of cut really short. It's also really kind of a pain to do those smaller windows. No tint on this window yet. This window has been done, but it's not the best job. I kind of messed up here at the top, so I'm not sure if I'll leave that yet. Depending on how much tint we have, we'll see. This window, I did go ahead and de-tint the old one. This window still has the tint on it, so a video will be coming, and I will show you guys the process of how I did do it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. All right, so just finishing up here, I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys briefly about a few more things. I've gotten a couple updates since I made that video, and also since I've been able to upload. So we got rid of the BMW 330xi. That thing was just becoming, it started having electrical problems. I think it was because the sunroof was leaking. And when we took it through a car wash not that long ago, or Riley took it through a car wash, there was water coming in through the windshield up here, you know, like leaking out from the headliner. So I think that water ran down the A-pillar down behind the dash and just started messing with things. Things would intermittently work, intermittently not. There were a couple panels that just went completely out. Brake lights would stay on sometimes they wouldn't. So that car just started having tons of problems, so we ended up just getting rid of that, or they ended up getting rid of it, and that will not be on the channel anymore. She has a 2013 Hyundai Elantra Gt, so that thing is also going to be pretty much no videos on, unless maintenance maybe. That's kind of what I want to get it down to, at least with friends and family, where they have cars that I don't have to work on. I mean, if there's something I need to do, yeah, for sure, I'll go ahead and do it, but that way I can dedicate as much time as I want and need for my cars, and move on with my channel and my life and my products, and not my products, but the things that I want to do to my car. So anyways, there's that. Also, we did pull the motor on the A6, Riley's A6. We pulled the motor on that motor with the trans. I did not record that. I have no idea why I didn't record it. It would have been great footage, but in all reality, it was just cold. It took us like 2 days. The main reason we had to do it so quickly, I wasn't planning on doing it yet. I didn't really know when I was going to, but I didn't think I was in a huge rush. So yeah, there's that. But somebody wanted to buy the shell of the car, or like the frame, whatever. So I went ahead and pulled it, and then the guy kind of bailed and doesn't want to buy the shell anymore. So if any of you guys actually want an A6 shell, which I highly doubt, drop a comment. Let me know on one of my social media platforms. I will definitely try to figure that out. But otherwise, I will show you guys that. I will go over there and show you guys the motor outside of the car, show you what's left of the A6, record a couple more things we have to get off. But in all reality, I think I'm going to end up keeping the engine as kind of just a project engine. It might be something that I could do something with in the future. I might decide to sell it. I have no idea. But yeah, since I pulled it, I guess I get the motor. So I don't need the transmission shot anyways. So yeah, there's that. I will show you guys that though, like I said. I also got an engine crane so that way I could pull the motor out. So that's kind of cool. I got some new toys, but really haven't been working on too much. I've still been kind of just cleaning the underside of the A4. I think I mentioned that in this video. I've just been degreasing it, still pulling it in, degreasing it down underneath the vehicle. So one day at work, I will record a little video what it looks like underneath the A4. We still have a couple more things to get. I really don't know if I should make videos on them. You guys can let me know if you think I should. But I just ordered some new check valves for under the hood. I also ordered, what's that called? It's like an S-line for the suction jet pump to connect to the PCV, I believe. Yeah, I don't exactly know what that's called, but it's a 034 Motorsport hose, but that's kind of making some noise under the hood. So that is something that I ordered. Hopefully that'll fix something. Still running into boost problems. I've pretty much narrowed it down, I think. I did do a pressure test on it with a homemade pressure tester I made, and I got a lot of pressure in there to the point where the turbo inlet pipe blew off. So obviously, if that was the weakest point in the system, then it's obviously holding boost fairly well. So there's that. I also unplugged my N75, which, you guys, if you don't really know what that is, it's kind of like a boost controller. It sits right on the turbo inlet pipe. And when I unplugged it, I got absolutely no boost. Right now I'm running 7 to 8 pounds, and with that unplugged I was running 1. So obviously N75 is working well. So I'm still kind of diagnosing, but I pretty much have narrowed it down to probably wastegate, because you can still hear the turbo a little bit. But my friend just bought a B5, and even that thing, you can hear the turbo way more pronounced than you can hear it on my A4. And part of it too is that my old A4 was a 2.8, and that was naturally aspirated. So I've never had a B5 where I knew exactly how it drove and felt. But yeah, it's obviously supposed to have quite a bit of turbo noise. You can definitely hear it well. So it is something that I'm gonna have to look into. I can remove the wastegate hose and try driving with that and see if that makes any changes. If it doesn't, then obviously it's probably the wastegate, which, if it is the wastegate, that's fine. I'm probably just gonna leave it for now, because I will be ordering that KO4 very soon. I've been close to clicking, you know, go ahead and order it, but I haven't yet. I've just been kind of wanting to get everything really done on this, get everything pretty much to the way I want it before I just start bolting on, you know, doing bolt-ons, and then I can go from there and have some fun with it. But yeah, it's still gonna take time. So I have that, have the manifold. What else? I don't need that much else. We're just gonna run it stock for a while, no tune, see how it does, see if we have boost. That'll be, I guess, kind of step one if we diagnose that it is a wastegate problem. And then we'll kind of get into the tuning of it. You know, we might do a couple of supporting mods to make some more power or some things like that. Nothing crazy yet. So anyways, I did just want to let you guys know about that. I will show you that noise under the hood that I was talking about with that S hose. But like I said, if you guys do want to know the little stuff that I am doing, I have another power steering line I got to put in. I've got to change the fuel filter on this thing. It's probably never been changed. When I fill the gas all the way to full, it leaks for like 5-10 minutes maybe. So definitely something, I think, in the filler tube, filler neck, where when it's full all the way, it just leaks out a little bit. So I'm gonna have to diagnose that. And then yeah, I just got some stainless steel brake lines, and I will be putting those in relatively soon. I'll probably do that at work, and I might record that for you guys. Those are pretty cool. They're ECS stainless steel brake lines. I'm gonna get some for the S8 too, but we got that. What else? We have, I still have to do a transmission flush on this. I think that is another thing that is kind of holding, not holding anything on, but I think that's something that definitely needs to be done. It might be some more cleaning shifts or cleaner shifts if I go ahead and do that, so I will do that. I also found that JHM has a stabilizer bar for the shifter, a new bushing for it, so I'll probably end up ordering that as well. Should get some more cleaner shifts. I drove another guy's B5 the other day at work. Sorry, the brake light, we'll talk about that later. And his shifts were like really clean and smooth, and mine are just slop. Like, this whole thing is just a mess. So I will be getting that as well. Just some really minor things that'll just really make driving this thing a whole lot different. Even just the fuel filter, just changing that should be a massive difference, because I'm sure it's never been changed. Now, it's gonna be a pain. If you guys know anything about changing the fuel filter on a B5, it's not fun. But yeah, we will be doing that as well. And then, yeah, we're pretty much getting there. It's just taking time, being slow. This thing was really kind of a restoration and project, so got to make sure it's in tip-top shape or in decent shape before we start going ahead and doing some bolt-ons. So with that, I also want to tell you, because it has been a short period of time between when I recorded the first half of this video versus this half. If you guys can see behind me, you can see that all the windows are now tinted. Like I said in this video, I was going to record the window tint for you guys, and it kind of ended up just being a flop. Now, I did get some good clips of this window right here. It came out really, really good, if you guys can see. You may not be able to see from back there, but the lines really, really clean on this window. I did really, really good in my opinion on this one window. But then I ended up trying the back window, and I did not shrink it enough. Therefore, I just had a bunch of finger bubbles in it. So I just took it up to Maddox Window Tinting, and they did it for about 90 bucks, I think. They did the whole back window, and that is 3%, so you can kind of see a little bit of a difference in the tint. So yeah, I was kind of pissed about that. I totally just kind of flopped on it. So there's that. But I also do still have to fix this window, because if you guys can see right, I'm not very good at this, right there, like somewhere in the middle, it is cut really, really jank. So I do need to redo that window as well. And then that back window back there is cut a little bit short too, so it kind of lets some light in. But I'm not crazily worried about it. That's just something that I do have to do at some point. I also ended up messing up the third brake light back there. That's what you guys just heard on the dash. I think I just sprayed way too much water in it. So I do have another one of those from the junkyard. I will be putting that in there, and hopefully that should fix it. And then, yeah, we got to figure out something with the rear deck, because it looks like crap back there. Yeah, not too many more updates, though. I just kind of started thinking of some other things when I finished that video, so I just kind of want to let you guys know that. I also will have to do a lighting upgrade on this. The lights on this thing are just complete crap. They're just normal halogens. I used to have the LEDs, if you guys saw when I put these Euro spec headlights in. I had the LEDs in there. Somebody wired them though, very crap. When one started going out, I did pull the whole headlights out and just kind of inspect it all, and just complete dog crap. They just did not do a good job wiring that and sealing the box and everything like that. So there's some black housings online I thought about ordering, but in all reality, since this is a silver car, it's kind of going for like a lighter color build. I'll probably end up just keeping the Euro spec headlights in there, and then getting some LED lights. The only other thing is I couldn't get them to adjust the other day, so they're kind of pointing weird. So I kind of figured that out, but I will be doing some lighting with this at some point. Yeah, just a lot of really little things that are just going to add to the functionality and the driver friendliness of the A4. So yeah, I will be letting you guys know about that. I also have to get a different radiator support for the front, because that radiator support, the headlight brackets they're completely broken. So the headlights don't sit in there nice and tight. So I will be getting, my buddy has a radiator support that he pulled from a junkyard car, and I think it's in decent shape. So I'm gonna try to grab that off of him, and then just kind of not rebuild, but rebuild the front end, if you know what I mean. And try to get the bumper to attach a little bit better, and just kind of clean up that whole front end. So yeah, that'll be coming. Also, like I said or mentioned earlier, my buddy did just buy a B5 Avant. It's a 99, so it's a preface, and that thing is cool. It's 1.8 just like mine. So we'll probably be making some videos on that. That car still has a long way to come. That thing was pretty much a piece. Yeah, maybe not a piece, but we're just discovering that he doesn't work in it. The AC does work. What else? It's already on Racelands. And yeah, it came with no exhaust when he first bought it. So it does have a stock exhaust now with an aftermarket downpipe. So that way he can at least pass emissions, but even that's been a pain, because somebody tried deleting the evap system. But we'll talk more about that car when the time comes. But anyways, with that, I do want to thank you guys for watching. I apologize about all the late updates here and all that. Just let me know about the tint if you guys want to see that video. It probably is going to be really short if you guys do. And then, like I said, with the other little things that I'm going to be doing on the A4, let me know what you guys want to see. I'm genuinely interested, and I do want to see what you guys think, as this is the Audi channel. I do want to share everything with you guys. If you guys want to learn more, know more, watch me do more, whatever, just let me know, drop a comment below. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.